So, y'all, this is part three on how our brother killed our mother, and y'all get real juicy. So stay tuned, cause I don't want y'all to miss nothing. Like this girl story is so crazy. Like what?
So this is part three of how my brother went crazy and killed our mom. So he was in that room and he was just in that room and the door going live, and I just felt like it was just bad vibes after a while. He went downhill. He wasn't on his spiritual journey no more. He was just like on some demonic shit after a while. Like you can feel the bad vibes, especially when you're a spiritual person. You can feel that bad energy, and it was all in that room, like right there. It got to the point where the kids didn't go in that room no more. I didn't go in that room and check on him no more because I just felt the bad vibes. I felt it. Especially, I'm spiritual, and I felt it. So he stayed in that room in the dark. He wasn't even taking baths no more. He was barely eating, all that. So then it was like he was making them videos, and he was like, how can a mother do this to their child or whatever? And then it's like my mama was so upset. She was so scared, really, of him. She was sleeping with her doors locked, knife underneath her pillow. And I got to the point, I'm like, Mama, why are you in this house with him with your doors locked and a knife underneath your pillow? She was like, I don't care. That's my son. I'm not turning my back on my son. Okay. I was like, I understand it, Mama, but it's your safety that you got to worry about. Because if you in your own house, sleeping with your door locked, your bedroom door locked, and a knife underneath your pillow, you're scared of him. You're scared that he's going to do something to you. You need to put him in a home, like a mental home, like something that can help him, because you can't help him only so much. She didn't want to do it. That was her firstborn. She didn't want to turn her back on him. It was that. You can only say so much to your mama for them to listen to her. I'm like, okay. So, go back to him doing them lives, and he's saying, how can a mother do this to their child? He was so resentful to my mama with his childhood. He blamed everything that happened bad to him in his adult life on my mama. He used to be so nasty to my mama. When they got into it, calling her bitches, whores, sluts. She's the reason why he ain't got his daddy in his life. Uh, uh, like he was so resentful of him not having his daddy in his life and put it on my mama. He used to like pick a difference of his relationships with his siblings. Like he wasn't like resentful towards me, like, cause I was a little sister, but like my other brother, like he would be resentful toward him, like, cause me and my other brother, we had shared the same daddy, but he didn't have the same daddy as us. Like he had different daddies than us, and like he would like treat outsiders more better than he did his own brother. Like even his cousins, he would treat them like brothers than he did his own brother. Which I'm not saying they didn't have a good relationship, but I felt like you wasn't more brotherly to your brother because you didn't have the same daddy as him. And my daddy was in our life. He tried to be in his life, but he was so resentful towards him. He couldn't. You can only do so much when a person don't want you around, and you ain't gonna force it. So that's what my daddy did. But you can't get mad at us because your daddy wasn't around, but that's just how he was. So let's go back to the day that, my mama had found that post. Post that post. So the next day, I had a phone call from my mama and I missed it. So, I called her back and she didn't answer. So I was running late. So I was getting the kids ready because they was going to go over her house because it's COVID. So, school and daycare was closed and my mom was out of work because of COVID. So I'm getting them ready. I'm running late. Usually she'll call me and be like, oh, Nisha, y'all still coming? What y'all running behind? But she didn't call me. So, which was weird because she always called me. So I got them ready. I'm pulling up over her house. I'm getting them to hop out the car because I'm about to pull off. I'm about to ski out of there because I'm late for work. Usually that's what I do when I'm running late. I have them hop out the car. I know she gonna open the door, so I'm about to ready pull off the driveway. So when I'm about to pull off, she's not answering the door. So I'm like, are y'all knocking? They was like, yeah, we knocking. So I had to get out the car. I started knocking on the door and calling her. She ain't answering. So I knocking on her window because her window's right next to the door. So she's not answering. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. So I tell the kids to get back in the car. So the kids get back in the car. So I didn't have to call in because I ain't got nobody watch the kids. So we pull up back at the house. So I keep calling her. She's not answering. So I call my brother. I'm like, you talk to mama? He was like, no, I ain't talked to her. I talked to her yesterday. She couldn't find her keys. I'm like, okay, that's weird. I said, yeah, she called me too. I missed the phone call. So I was like, he was like, you think she went over her boyfriend? So I was like, no, because her car's outside. Because her car was outside. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, no. I was like, I don't think so, because he ain't got no car. So how you going to come get her? So, I was like, okay, that's cool, because my brother was at work, so I got off phone with him. I'm still trying to, see where she is, so I ended up tracking her phone, because I got all her passwords and everything for her phone, because I set her phone up. So I track it. The phone says she's at home. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. Her car's at home, and she's at home. So then, I was like, man, where the fuck is my mama at? So I starting to get worried. So I called 911. I'm like, okay, I don't know where my mama is. I said, she's not answering the phone. I said, the phone says her phone's tracking to her house and her car's at home. And then I said, I know her and my brother got into it last night. Not too bad, but he got a mental problem and he had an attitude with her over a post. And then she was like, I was like, y'all can either meet me over there, y'all don't, but I'm just informing y'all because I'm about to pull up over there and go in the house. So they was like, we'll have a dispatch go over there, police go over there. So then my daddy ended up calling me because I guess my brother called him. He was like, you about to go over your mama's house? I was like, yep. He was like, I'll meet you over there. I'm about to pull up over there because my daddy lived down the street from my mama. So I pull up over my mama's house, me and the kids, they in the back seat. I told them to sit in the car, I get out. I'm trying to open up the windows because I don't got my key, because the week before she asked to use my key because she got locked out of the house. So I'm trying to open up the windows. I couldn't open up the windows. My daddy ended up pull up. He trying to get in, couldn't get in. So we go around the back because she got a sunroom. We going in. I said, Daddy, the door's probably locked. My daddy go to the door's wide open. I'm like, okay, that's weird. So we go in. There go to the kitchen. So when you go in, there go to the kitchen. So I'm like, Mama. Daddy's like, Tracy. So we going through. I go to the living room. In the living room, I go a chair with stuff stacked on top of it and the couch pushed up to the door. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's weird. So I'm like, okay, I paused and looked at that, but my daddy's going towards my brother's room. He skipped my mama's room because their rooms is right by each other like this. So he goes in my brother's room, and then I go in my mama's room. And I'm like, Mama. And her bed's made up. I'm like, Mama. And there's 2 specks of blood on the... Oh, Lord. Bear with me, y'all. It's 2 specks of blood on the it's 2 specks of blood on the cover, and I pulls it back, and when I pull it back, my mama's covered in blood's everywhere, all over the curtains, all over the walls, all over the place. And I faint. I passed out. My daddy grabbed me, pulling me out the room. Some way I breaks out of my daddy's hands. And I'm telling y'all just how it happened. I breaks out of my daddy's hand. I runs out the house. I takes my jacket off and run down the street. Because remember, my mama lived on the main street. I run down the street and I'm screaming. I am terrified. I just lost my mama. I know she's dead. So much blood in her, and she's not moving or nothing, and I fainted. I just knew it. The way she was, it didn't even look like her. Tune back in for part 3 of how my brother went crazy and killed our mama.